rise and shine. It's your daily dose of business tech inspiration with me, Charly Leetham. We are going to be talking about how email can build stronger customer relationships between you and your customer, of course. There's a couple of things around this, and one of the things I want to call out before I go any further is you really need to ensure that your communication, the way you write your communication, the way you communicate with your customer is spot on. You need to take all of the techniques that I've been talking about this last few weeks and put them into practice. You need to make sure that you are talking a language that your target audience appreciates and can relate to. You need to understand what it is that they are looking for. You need to scratch those itches, basically. You need to make sure that you aren't overwhelming them. And I'm not going to say that this is like a hard and fast thing, but if you don't get these things right, you really do run the risk of alienating your customers. I've just been talking to someone about it was a series of emails and then a phone call, and it just did not go well. And it didn't go well because there was no understanding on behalf of the business as to how this customer works, how this customer communicates, what this customer needs to be able to make their own decisions. They had scripts, they had everything was I call it on rails. It was on rails, and the poor agent couldn't get off the rails to actually help the customer because they had their guidelines. So you guys have got to, as business owners, you guys as business owners, me as a business owner, has to make sure we've got this really, really tight. So, okay, that's my rant, that's my soapbox. Let's have a talk about how we can use email though to build those strong customer relationships. The first thing is consistent communication. We need to be regularly reaching out to our customers through email. That's going to help maintain the relationship, and it's going to keep our brand top of mind. We need to personalize those messages as much as possible. Well, to a degree. We need to address the recipient by name, and where possible, we need to tailor that content based on their interest and past interactions. Comes down to that comment that I made about it was on rails. They couldn't get off the rails because this is the way it's done, and this is our policy, and this is what we're going to do. You should be showing, you should be showing appreciation. You should send thank you emails or special offers to show your appreciation for your customers' loyalty. Now, again, I'm going to come back to my little soapbox on this one. If you are going to give your customer a special offer and you are going to say that this is a special offer just for you, make sure that offer is just for them. If it's not just for them, it's for other special clients or other special customers, say that. But be specific in your language. Don't tell them one thing and then do another. It destroys the trust. It starts to break down the trust that you've spent all this time building up. You can share educational content. Once someone's purchased something from you, and sometimes something, sorry, original thought, and it all came out at once. When someone buys something from you, they'll want to know how they can get the most out of it. They want to know who else, well, they might not want to know who else is using it, but they might want to know how other people are using the product or the service that they've purchased. So send out helpful tips, hints and tips. It's been a long day. Tutorials and resources that provide value to your customers, and that's going to strengthen their communication and their connection with your brand. Ask your customers for feedback via email to show you that you value their opinions and that you're committed to improving their experience. Now, I'm going to add a little bit more on that one. Ask for their feedback, and then if you do take action on it, or you make even if it's a small change that you make, go back and say, hey, listen, you gave us this feedback. We listened. Here's what we've done to improve it. That is fantastic. I mean, I don't know how over the moon I'd be if I got something back saying, hey, listen, thanks so much. We actually did take action on that because we found value in what you were saying. Stay relevant. Your emails will help you stay relevant and timely. Let me try that again. Keep your emails. It has been a long day. Relevant and timely. Ensure that the content meets the current needs and the preferences of your customers to begin with, and make sure that it is up to date with what is happening in your industry today. I'm going to just sort of spin on that one a little. Even if it's not up to date, even if it's not what everyone else is doing today, address what everyone else is doing today. So look, we haven't quite got there yet. The reason we haven't is because we believe that these techniques are the best in the world, and we don't want to be, I'm giving you some words to use here that, yeah, it's just an example. We don't want to upset what you're doing and make you less productive while we implement these new things. We're going to make sure that we're really productive with these things before we implement them for you. Really important. Maybe, and one of the things that I have done is there's been a new fad in the market, and oh, everyone's doing it and everyone should be doing it, and I've looked at it and gone, no, that's not going to last. It's not going to be productive. It's not going to be timely. It's just not going to last. People are going to spend a lot of money on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out and say, listen, I've looked at this. By all means, if you want to do it, get in touch and I will help you implement it. But it's not something that we'll be recommending because we think it's a flash in the pan, and we're going to wait and see what happens in another month or so before we jump on this bandwagon. And 9 times out of 10, yeah, it's a bandwagon thing. It's gone. Yeah, that's no longer working, and it didn't really work the way they thought it would work anyway. So yeah, you can address it. You can say, this is why we're not jumping on this at the moment. Okay, what do you guys think? How can you use your email to build strong customer relationships? What is it you're doing already? What is it that I've said today that you might go out and try? I'd love to know. Leave some comments wherever you are watching or listening to this video. You can come and join me in my locals community, askcharlyleetham.locals.com. Join the conversation there. I am there. I would love to have a conversation with you, have a talk to you, see what we can create together in those sorts of environments. You can send me a DM on any of our social media channels. I will respond. Now, what else do I have to? Oh, yes. If you could, please like this video. That does help the algorithm for it to go out and let people know that you enjoyed it. They might enjoy it. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell so you find out when I drop more content. Tomorrow, we are going to be talking about using email to drive repeat purchases. All right. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.